Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I did one of these, but I thought I would do a get ready with me video. And what I'm going for is a high-end but minimal everyday look. Basically, how to look okay to leave the house with a minimal number of products. Like I say, they're high-end, so it's not from a budget perspective, but from a convenience kind of perspective in terms of, you know, or just wanting to travel and be lightweight. For me, it very much comes from the perspective of always being in a rush and just trying to slap on as much as quickly as we can to look okay. I'm also doing this from a more mature perspective as well. I mean, it will work on obviously those with good younger skin, but I'm coming at this from a woman in her mid-40s who has got combination skin and what comes with that. So we get oiliness, we get blemishes. When we hit 40, the pigmentation from past blemishes come through. So that's all the issues. I'm filming this with completely natural light, as much as there is on a grey December day in England. And yeah, so completely natural light. And I'll go through the regime I've got to now. So we've got bare face, sorry. We're about to cover it up, it's okay. So, firstly, just got showered and everything. Hair, just tried some new products. So I think it looks quite nice and shiny. And the products I used, if I can find them, what's already right. So, like, washed it just with Olaplex shampoo and conditioner. And so nothing special there particularly. And then I've used a little bit of this new, it's quite new, this product. This is the Augustus leave-in hair treatment with this TFC8. I'll explain why I want to try this in a moment. So that's that one. And then dried my hair. I'm trying a bit of, like, literally a pea-sized amount of hold like paste, if you like, by 11. And then, which I forgot to bring to show you, sorry. And then, these are the new shiny things. And afterwards, I literally did one drop. I have fine hair, like my skin can be prone to greasiness. So it means that when I wash it, I get a fairly decent shine off it. But it's literally downhill from day two. So go lightly with the hair oil. So literally one drop of this, rub between my hands really well, and then just run through the ends and then up to mid-lengths. Afterwards once dry. So it does actually feel pretty soft. So yeah, the other advantage of having fine, somewhat lifeless hair, it does feel soft. Anyway, that's that. Right, skin prep. So firstly, sorry that you could be forgiven for thinking this was a sponsored video. I mean, I wish, but no, I actually bought all this myself. So Augustus the cream cleansing gel, what I tend to do is sprinkle some of this Dermalogica. This is the Dermalogica, so I've got the Christmas packaging, but this is just the Daily Microfoliant. I've also used the one for like mature skin as well. I prefer the original. So a little bit of this, it's just an exfoliant, fine exfoliant powder, but it's gentle enough to use daily. I actually use it morning and evening, just to really get into those pores. And it's, like I say, it's really, really gentle, so it's like a fine polish. It's not gritty, it's like a fine polish. So I tend to mix some of this together in my hand and then foam it up, wash it all off and give it a really good rub. I may go over it, just, you know, rejuvenate it with a bit more water a few times, and then just dry my face. So I did that. Then I applied this incredibly expensive but amazing product, which is the new Augustus Serum. Now, packaging looks nice. It's a big old weighty heavy glass ball. Pointless. It just houses this. This is a serum, but it's got a rounded end, so you need to keep it in this or else it's going to topple. But yeah, really love this serum. It's the best serum I think I've ever used. And I've tried a lot. I've used La Prairie, La Mer, Dermalogica. I've used a whole, you know, LMS. I've used a lot of, when you've got bad skin, believe me, you try a lot of skin products. So at the moment, try not to knock everything flying. At the moment, this is what we're like I say, the camera does bring up any redness more than it actually looks in real life, unfortunately. But this is where we are naked. So really like that. And then I followed, after I wash as well, Augustus the Essence. I use this as a toner, which has got AHAs in it, I believe. So again, just trying to get off as much as we can, but gently. And then Augustus and this is the Rich Cream. Now, for me, with my skin type, it's not great. As you get older, your skin can become more dry, but you've got more needs in terms of fine lines and wrinkles. However, when you've got combination skin, you don't want anything too heavy, and I find a lot of creams too heavy, like the Elemis Marine Cream. It's a great product, not on me. It's too heavy, it's too greasy. I actually prefer the Rich Cream to the cream. It just sucks right in. It's really good. So that's the prep. Now we're going to get into it. Sorry, that's 6 minutes of prep, but I thought I'd just show you the products without showing the whole thing. Right, so I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Protect. I had this a while, probably due to get a new one. It's got SPF 30 in as well, so I'm treating this as my SPF. My whole inspiration for doing this video was a brand new foundation that I can't wait to try. It's brand new to me, it's not like brand new on the market. So I'm just going to rub this in. And at this point I realised I probably should have got a mirror out. But I have one with my compact. But anyway, we'll just rub the primer in. See, I never use a lot of any product because one, I have a small head, so therefore small face, and two, my skin can't take it, it gets too greasy. So if you heard that big sigh in the background, that was my beagle, who obviously is enthralled with this. He came in the room, stuck with it now, aren't you, mate? Right, we're just going to put hair. See, I was sort of prepared. We have hair back enough just to be able to do this. So, mirror. What we are going to use today, and I'm going to tell you a bit about the product as well, because this is like at 7.5 minutes where the video really begins. Just wait for the trolling. So this is the Clé de Pearl Butte Taint Fluid Eclat in Matte. So this is the Radiant Fluid Foundation in the matte version. It's got SPF 20. They also do this in a natural version. The matte one actually got better reviews, and I thought for my skin type would be better. Little instruction leaflet there. I mean, really high class packaging. I mean, that's lovely. It's going to go straight in the bin, but lovely box. Does it say anything useful that I can tell you? Define your most radiant, most colourful life. Well, we'll see. Liquid foundation inspired by the radiance of a diamond drapes a subtle veil of light over a matte finish. So it's supposed to be matte but radiant, and we'll see how that goes. It's got, like, I think some good skincare ingredients in it as well, and Clé de Peau is known for that. So this is the packaging here. Really, really nice, and this comes in my favourite way of applying foundation, in a pump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump it onto the back of my hand. I went for colour 030 medium ochre. I did my best looking online to get the best colour for me. We'll see. Right, so it's a few pumps to get it out. We're going to go in with one pump. Right, so that's just one solid pump there. Right, now this is a scary bit for you, not me. We're going to zoom in. Okay. Now I need to try and hold brush, mirror, and not get the foundation everywhere. Right, and I'm using a Artist 7 brush. Now I don't like these so much for powder, like if you're pushing powder in, but for blushing I think it does take too much of your makeup off. But for foundations I really like these brushes. I'm putting my finger here as well because the neck's can be a bit weak. Okay, so I think we're okay on product, on colour. I think this is actually a fairly good shade on me. Ooh. It's a shame that you can't see it how I can. And maybe the natural light's a bit too bright. I'm going to go in a little bit more. The brush has soaked a bit up, so I'm going to go in with a little bit more. Also, me faffing about with the camera and it spread all over my hand didn't help things. Right, let's go in with a bit more. So this is kind of binding to my skin really nicely. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a load of foundation, and that's what we're going for. Again, with more mature skin, if you go for anything too matte or too drying, you just, in my opinion, and this may work for some people, but for me, I just feel like I look older. But similarly, having combination skin, I can't go for anything too glowy because, again, that's not a good look either because it just doesn't stay on my face. So, that does actually look really nice. The colour is a good colour. I'm even. I think if I'd gone for the 040, it would have been okay, but I think 030 is better, especially now for winter. So, that's that done. Next, I'm going to go in with a bit of concealer, and I've been using this for ages. This is the Clé de Peau Radiant Corrector for Eyes. So, I'm going to put this in here. So, mainly in the corner, I'm just going down a little bit. I don't use too much because I don't think I'm that dark, and if I put too much on I end up wrinkly. I also use this as a general concealer, so a bit of pigmentation there, cover that up, export, 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 export. Also, as you get older, things heal slower. Right, and then what I tend to use for that is this Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Complexion brush. So, like I said, I let that just warm up a little bit, and then we just buff it in with the brush. And then the advantage of a brush, you can just spread it out a bit there if you want what's left. So we just do that. And then with the chubby end, I basically just push in the concealer. So let it blend. Sometimes I use this brush to apply my foundation with as well. So we're not losing the foundation, but we're just using that little bit of concealer where we need it. Done. Right, see, we're getting there. Then we are going in with a little bit of Hourglass Veil. This is translucent setting powder. Just a trial size, I don't know why. It's probably cheaper, that's probably why. I thought, oh, I don't know if I like it or not. So a little bit of a sprinkle, and then I just, again, with the same brush, dab that on, and then just use it basically on the T-zone. And then especially with mask wearing, even more so around here, to try and keep my makeup on with wearing masks. I will take some photos as well because I do feel like I'm coming out a lot paler on camera than me looking in the mirror. I really like that though. I hope it does last okay because I'm really liking the foundation. It went on super easy, really easy, smooth application. So very happy with that. Right then, what we're going to go in with next. We're going to go with what I'm holding, a bit of powder. So I've got my double-ended Hourglass brush, which is lovely. Synthetic, but just a bit of fluff on it, don't know how that happened. But really, really soft. So we're going to go in with this light powder here. This palette is the Ambient Lighting Edit Universe Unlocked. Well, this is the one that was made for slightly deeper skin tones. I know, but the colours are really nice, and I like the fact that the finishing powder is just the one shade and bigger. I really like that. Some people have criticised it because you get less product, less numbers of product. I don't care. I didn't like having two anyway. So dip this in the bronzer. Slightly hard work, this bronzer, compared to other palettes, but it means you can't over apply, and I don't like to over apply bronzer. So going in there, up in the hairline, and then a bit on the other side. To the temples, And we're just kind of blending randomly. Bit under the nose. Like I said, I don't use it as a full-on contour, but sort of in the contour areas. So that's that. And then we're going to go in with the blush. I'm going to go in with what is the top of these two, the darker one here. Go lightly with this. Less is more. So we're literally just going to dab. Because this is highly, unlike the bronzer, the blush is highly pigmented. But it's actually a really nice colour. It doesn't come out bright purple on your face. Then a little bit of pink. Apply that more to the apples. And just blend in, and then got this from Wayne Goss, chuck a bit on the top of the nose, and it just all blends in quite nicely. Sometimes whatever's left on the brush, I'll just go in under the eyebrows as well, and just try and tie it all in without being too heavy. Then we're going to go in with some of that highlighter, and I tend to do the bit above on the cheekbones first, because you'll notice I'm just using the same brush. I may just rub it off my hand between, but no poshness of changing brushes. We're literally going for it. So I tend to do this area first, so that it is the most similar to what I've just used. That there, a bit on the edge of the nose, a little bit up there. And then we're going to use this as an eyeshadow as well. So finger into the bronzer, rub it on, go over the eye, and then left finger for left eye, because otherwise you just can't get the angle. Especially as my nails are quite long at the moment. I'm going to cut them all off in a couple of days. That's that. And then for the inner corner, a little bit of this highlighter. Same here. I've cheated, I've used the same finger. And then a little bit on the Cupid's bow. Right. Now we're going to go in with some mascara. Don't always do this, but we're going to go with some mascara, and for ease I'm using the Victoria Beckham Future Lash Mascara. And my reason for using this is one of my favourite mascaras. Not because of the effect it gives necessarily. It washes off. Warm water and a flannel, you're going to get rid of this baby. No more scrubbing at your eyes with eye makeup remover. So that's why we're going with this. Just quickly, and you know what, I might even be doubly quick and just do the top lashes, just to give a bit of definition and a bit of lift. Because the other thing I found as I've got older is literally less is more. If I go too all out with using loads of products, it does age me. And also it's kind of an everyday look as well, so we want to look sort of like fresh and put together and not glammed up, because probably all I'm doing today is walking the dog anyway. And yeah, I am that person. I always use my right hand for my right eye and my left hand for my left eye, because I think it gives you greater lift in the corners. So I'm basically just lifting and wiggling. But it is a nice mascara, this. You know, it's not just for the removal. It does give a decent enough effect, decent enough length. I have a tiny bit more on the right eye. My left eye looks a bit better for some reason. That'll do. And then we're going to go in with a little bit of lipstick, because Let's face it, I need a little bit nippy. And I'm using the Victoria Beckham lip definer in number 2. I really like these, all her lip definers. The texture is lovely. It's soft enough that you can get enough product onto your lip without pushing too hard, but they also sharpen really well. The wood's hard enough. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I really like these. I know she does it afterwards, but I'm going to do it first. And I'm basically following my natural lip line. And not having the fullest lips, and then going to cheat a tiny bit. So I'm just going to go in a tiny bit underneath. If I'm doing a full-on glam look, then I will actually do a little bit benefit to this like lip contouring thing. I will actually contour underneath, but for now what I've done is just gone a tiny bit under, and I've got, like I say, that highlighter on the Cupid's bow. That's that. Oh, I didn't use the finishing powder. I knew I'd forget something. Well, that's fine. Before we do the lipstick, we'll just use some of this finishing powder here with the big side of the brush, and we're just gonna, again, I sort of push. First I want to do more of a push and then a gentle, because I don't want to move all my makeup, and also I don't want to put too much on. Just want to again give that slight veil. And then we're going in with the lipstick, which is Spice by Victoria Beckham, which goes perfectly with the number 2 lip definer. You can see what it looks like there. So just a really nice nude, which I'm surprised actually how flattering this is, but being an everyday look, I don't want like an overpowering lipstick. Smush it in. It's actually a really nice creamy formulation, this as well. And that's another reason I like these lipsticks on more mature women as well, because it's not, again, not too drying. Right, hair clip out. We are done. See if I can get a better angle on this. Okay, so I've just taken you out of the tripod just to try and show you the end effect. Zoom in slightly, you can see the pores. I'd say I've probably got medium pores. They're certainly not small, but I don't think they're bad enough to be large. Some mascara there. So yeah. So that is the overall makeup effect done. I think if I was doing something like this is my routine, I can get down in like 5 minutes. But it always takes longer on camera and talking and whatnot. So anyway, I hope that's useful to some people. I hope you like the products. Like I say, I think it's really good, really easy to create an everyday look without using loads of products. I mean, you know, the basis really was foundation, concealer, mascara, finishing, setting powder, lipstick and pencil, and one palette. So I don't think that's masses to have and carry with you. So yeah, I'll see how this carries on throughout the day, and I've got high hopes for it. I really have. From other review videos I watched, which were, you know, proper reviews, it's really good. Anyway, that's it from me. Do take care, everybody. Any questions about any of the products I've used, then do let me know in the comments section below. Take care, bye.